We have reached the halfway point of the 2023 regular season, and the Tigers are on the road for the first time and away from the friendly confines of Jim Carroll Stadium. Hardin County has won 4 straight, and they jump back into region play tonight here on the campus of Jackson Northside. These two teams have a long history of football games against one another, and we have witnessed some great games played here and at Jim Carroll Stadium between these two teams. Outstanding players also throughout the years that we've got to watch in this rivalry. And then we'll see what happens tonight and see what category this one falls into. This is the Central Bank pregame show. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kirk Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. We'll be back with a look at tonight's game when we return right after this timeout. Welcome, Tiger fans, to the Central Bank pregame show here from Jackson, Tennessee. We are on the road for the first time this season, 4 games at home to start the season. The Tigers come into tonight's game 4-0 overall, 1-0 in Region 6. Northside is 2-2 on the season and 1-0 in region play. The Tigers defeated Memphis East last week 41-6, and Northside defeated Lexington 18-17. So, Kirk, the word has always been, if you want to catch Northside the last couple of years, catch them early. We're catching them mid-season now, so, maybe a different story. But this is a team historically that has struggled early and got better and better and worked their way into playoffs late in the year.
Well, I think they have a new coach, if I'm right. I don't know if he was here last year.
I think he was interim.
And so it's kind of a different scenario when you get a new coach and he's got a different offense, different style. I don't know if that tradition against the coach that they had earlier, will hold true tonight. I do know that this game's always been a measuring stick in this division that we play in. Northside's always, played hard, and we're on their turf. That should be an advantage. Our guys have played 3 games against teams that they've never seen before. They had no history with to amount to anything. None of the guys that are currently playing have played against those 3 teams. And now they're getting old faces. This will be personal tonight. So you're probably going to, from an effort, I don't think you have to ask our guys, to play in a game like this, because this game's always been important.
Kendall, we was talking about earlier how the number of great players that have played right here on this field and at Jim Carroll Stadium. You've been here more recent than a lot, and you've played right here on this field. But we've seen a tremendous amount of talent on both teams throughout the years.
Yeah, and kind of just dating back to my old days as a ball boy on the sidelines when Kirk's son Carter played. I remember kind of a knockdown drag out there at home against Northside that went into several overtimes that we ended up winning. That was always kind of a classic game between these two teams.
Overtime, 1-point win.
Yeah, it was a huge game. I remember it just like it was yesterday. Real wet, nasty, but they've always got a very talented group, and of course this new leadership that they're under is kind of propelling them in the right direction. So it should be a great game tonight.
One of the games too that sticks out in my mind, and it may have been during your years while you were playing, is they had a top brand quarterback that was everybody was touting, and he was going to play, post high school somewhere, and he was good, and it was a back and forth game. It was real close, and that quarterback in the fourth quarter, he just started calling his own number, and we couldn't stop him. I mean, he would just take the snap and run with it, and we couldn't.
That was Carter. It was his freshman season, but it was when Carter, that overtime game at home, he's the one that was playing in that game too, and he did go play NAIA football too, and he was a really good athlete. So.
Well, that was the year they had the game over here with the team out of Middle Tennessee. Our running back, what's his name? I can't think of his name now. Played while Butch Jones was recruiting. The leader, one of the leaders, if he would have stayed with us in UT rushing history.
Eric Gray?
No. What's his name, man? It's left my mind. He's the one quit on us at South Carolina. Stayed on the sideline. Went to San Francisco to play. Anyway, I can't think of his name now. But anyway, those two.
Oh, you're talking about Jalen Hurd.
Jalen Hurd. They met here.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
A playoff
That's
game.
right. So
yeah.
they played Beach. Yeah, that's right.
Beach. Yeah,
That's
they played here in
you
a playoff
took me
game. Yeah. Well, and if you're in this head, you got to go through some ditches to get to the end.
It's a process.
Well, I was thinking Northside player. I was trying to say. I was sitting there going, "What Northside player?"
Well, I did say Middle Tennessee first, but anyway, I'm trying to forget that era.
Yeah, I mean,
Tennessee.
Well,
history.
and like that night, that quarterback called his own number all night, and he just started taking the snap and running it, and they ended up beating us in the last 2 minutes of the game, and he scores, and they win that game, and that's probably the year after we beat them 1 point at Savannah. So, yeah, they've had some really good games. But like I said, a new coaching staff, you don't ever know what that's going to bring. That can be good, that can be bad. It will be different. You know that.
Last week it was a Jacob Saunders show. He reeled off right around 200 yards in rushing. I think 4 touchdowns in that game, and made one of the best runs that I've seen in a long time, and really showed what kind of speed that young man has. He just gets better and better.
Kirk, you want to touch on that first?
Well, I mean, like I said, he's the Riddler. He's got a bag of tricks, and he's got it all. He's got great vision. He finds that little crease. He's able to get skinny in the hole with great acceleration. And then when he gets in the open field, there's not many going to catch him, because we've seen that already against really good teams and good talent. He's been able to produce. So, yeah, the Riddler is looking good this year.
Yeah, and from a different perspective, when he's on his game and he's doing what he does, I'm just kind of putting myself in Carter's shoes. It provides some comfort for him too, just through the play action pass and just pass game in general. So he's had a sensational start to the season, and hopefully he continues to do so tonight.
Didn't he have 200 plus?
Yeah, he had 200 right on the nose last week.
So, I mean, teams that watch that on film, they can't afford to put 5 in the box. I mean, they can't do it. I mean, to their own peril, because the offensive line has probably been one of the pleasant surprises this year. We didn't really know. A lot of turnover on the offensive line, new guys there. You kind of get an eye on them, but they've given Carter plenty of time to throw, and nobody runs for 200 yards if your offensive line is not doing their job.
Well, we've had some injuries on the offensive line. Of course, Sykes went out a couple of weeks ago, but Coach Smith told us in Sports Talk that a couple of guys should be back for this week, and so we'll see. But I tell you what, he really bragged on last week and kind of had that look on his face, a smile, was on the defensive side. He was really talking, Kendall, about his linebacker core. They played really good, played really fast.
Yeah, and I mean, I think one of the biggest tests so far for them is definitely going to be here in just a few minutes. They're going to have to really contain the outside the tackles and push things back to the middle of the field where we've got Adam Harris lurking. And so they have played really well up until this point, and tonight's going to be yet another big test for this group. And so So we'll see how they stand up. They're a very mature group, and so I look forward to seeing how they can contain this Jackson Northside run tonight.
All right, we'll take a timeout. You're listening to the Central Bank pregame show right here from Jackson Northside. We'll be back with more on tonight's game right after this. Welcome back to Jackson Northside. I'm Steve Cornell, along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. You're listening to the Central Bank pregame show right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app, streaming live on our YouTube channel, Slice 93, or you can go to WKWXFM.com and find the link there and hopefully watch the game there tonight. As always, when you come to different places, no Wi-Fi, having to work off hot spots, and just hope everything works out throughout the night. But that's just the way things are these days. The Tigers won last year 36-0. They've won 4 in a row going back to 2018. And so it's been mainly Hardin County the last couple of years. Of course, Northside has been on the other side of the region. Like we said, but they continue to play us throughout the year. This year, they're back in there with us.
Yeah, and I mean, I've always just dating back to when I played, and of course, I've already talked about Kirk's son Carter. It's always been a little bit of a chippy rivalry. It's always been a really good game, like we just talked about, full of really good athletes. And so I'm definitely glad we're back over here and facing a really good opponent tonight.
Kirk, Kendall was talking about kind of an unusual offense that they run. We've seen just about everything. As another point that Coach Smith has talked to us about on Saturdays is these first 4 games, they've seen just about every kind of offensive alignment and defensive alignment that you could throw at somebody.
And player type. I mean, not just that. One of the things to me that stood out about this defense is in years where really good athletes that we played, running backs and wide receivers, if they got out into space, we really had a lot of trouble. And we did have a couple of long runs against us in that Memphis Business Academy. They snuck out a long run. They had some really quick, unusually gifted athletes. But this team as a whole has been able to get penetration with their seniors on the defensive line. You've got Adam Harris, who kind of leads the way. We really haven't seen anybody be able to completely shut him down in a ball game, and tonight will be no different. They'll have to scheme for him, but they won't be able to do it. He's just too good and too aggressive of a football player. He disrupts everything in the tackle box, but not only that, these young linebackers that played last year and are kind of coming into their own, they're being able to get out into space and get some of these gifted athletes down before they can get turned upfield. And I really am impressed with the way the defense is played.
Kendall, you've done your film work and film study. What did you say about the Northside offense?
Well, I got to see some of the Crockett County game and then obviously the Lexington game last week. Their offense is a little bit unusual. It's a spread look, but then they have kind of a two tight end set right behind either the right or the left tackle. They like to run the football. They've got a really good running back who reminds me of the young man that played for Lexington a couple seasons ago, a really hard runner who, if you let him get in the open field, he can definitely hurt you with his legs. And so we definitely got to contain several aspects of their offense. Their quarterback has a pretty decent arm. He can get the ball out there to his wide receivers. And so they've got not just one or two, but they've got several weapons that we're really going to have to focus on. So like I said previously, it's really going to be a good test tonight for our mature defense that we do have. So
Well, are they running power out of those tight sets, or are they running misdirection?
well, they do power, and then they line up in a pistol look, and they'll run stretch plays to try to get outside the tackle. And so it's really one of those
student body left and right.
and that's the look that they gave during the Lexington game. So we'll kind of see if they change anything tonight.
Defensively, what did you see that might give Hardin County trouble? Of course, Coach Smith likes to stay balanced. With the passing and running game, we've been more run really this year than we have pass.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things like the old saying: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If Saunders is doing his thing, why would we try to do something crazy? But their defensive side of the football is kind of like ours, where we're led by Adam Harris. They have a senior middle linebacker who's very athletic. He's very strong, and he kind of leads that defense. So that's kind of their biggest asset when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, is that strong kind of defensive line and middle linebacker position.
Some other games that are going on around the region tonight. Southside will be at Chester County. MBA out of Memphis, they will be at Lexington, and South Gibson at USJ, and, of course, our game here. We're going to take a timeout. You've been listening to the Central Bank pregame show right here from Northside High School. The national anthem is fixing to be played, so we'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff. Back in a moment. Welcome to Jackson, Tennessee. It's about time for Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. I'm Steve Cornell, along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson, bringing you the action tonight. The Tigers on the road for the first time here in the 2023 season as we step back in region play. The Tigers 4-0 on the season, 1-0 in region play. The captains are making their way out on the field. The Northside is in the north end zone. The Tigers are making their way on their side of the north end zone, and we're just a few minutes away from football here in Jackson. Should be a good game. Kirk and Kendall, we've discussed what a rivalry this game has been over the years, and I don't think anything will be any different. It's a tough place to play, and we got to come out firing. We're going to see how things are. You would think, well, it's just a road game, but we ain't been on a road game, and there's a lot of things that go on, Kirk, in road games. You got to prepare a little bit different. You're going to an unfriendly place as the Tigers race out onto the field and the captains are coming in. But, first test on the road.
Well, and I don't remember us ever having 4 home games in a row either. We've got a really friendly schedule this year. I think 7 games at home. So this is going to be a bit of a test, but this team has 22 seniors, and that's why you get to be seniors, is you're supposed to have been in this situation several other times, and they get everybody through it.
The captains for Hardin County is Wade Van Hoos, Carter Smith, Adam Harris, and
Sam Tanner.
Sam Tanner has been the captain, so they're talking with the official out at midfield, and we're just a few minutes away from the kickoff here as the toss is up. And let's see, Hardin County wins the toss, and they elect to receive. So they'll get the opening kickoff. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the opening kickoff. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
Oh, he had it going, and he lost it.
All right, welcome back to Jackson, Tennessee, the home of the Northside Indians. They're decked out in their traditional all blue and gold numbers, blue helmets. The Tigers in all whites, maroon helmet. And they'll be kicking from the south to the north end zone as they'll line it up over here on the near hash. We're on the west side of the field. So we're just a few minutes away as we get set for this region matchup between these two longtime rivals. Back deep is Saunders and Heyman. Here is a short end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by Tanner. He's at the 30, 35. He's going to be hit there and falls forward to about the 36-yard line. So the Tigers will take over. First down, 1st and 10. At their own 36-yard line. Carter Smith will bring them out. He'll have Wykes and Gray at receiver. Rose on the far side. They'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. They're going from the north to the south. Saunders is at tailback. And Ryan Weeks will be your tight end. Shotgun formation, 4-man front. Man goes in motion. That's Gray. Here's a snap. They'll give to Saunders right up the middle. He's hit there and falls forward for a couple.
They had 7 in the box that time, 7 defensive guys up there close to the line of scrimmage. They're expecting run. And, you know, Coach Smith's kind of by numbers. He keeps counting 7, 8 guys in the box. He'll probably air it out.
So it'll be second down, 2nd and 8, a pickup of a couple as they move it out to the 38. Now they'll go 2 receivers to the left, 2 here to the near side. 3-man front now. Here's a snap. Quick throw, complete to Gray, and he'll be spun out of bounds close to the 45. He'll be a couple of yards short of the first down, so that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and about 3. Do you see what they did there? When we went in doubles, they went 3-man front.
Yeah, but they still basically had 7 guys.
Now we'll go 2 to the left, 2 here to the near side. Shotgun formation, 4-man front now. Saunders stands to the left. He'll go in motion left in the slot. Here's a snap, and here's a flag, and they're going to get us on false start.
Oh, we have a receiver move early.
I'm not sure.
It was down here near on the near side.
You know, that's one thing about having a 6'3", 6'4". I mean, having Carter back there tall at quarterback, that snap on the previous play was probably 8 feet in the air. And
it was pretty high.
He's able to go up and contain it and make that throw.
So that brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 7. They need the 46
Yeah, costly
for
penalty.
the first down.
Costly penalty on 3rd down.
2 receivers right and left. Saunders, the tailback, stands to the left of Smith. Now he'll go in motion again, same set. Here's a snap. No rush, still looking. Fires downfield, complete to Rose at the 50, and he fumbles the football and jumps back on it. That could have been
No, it's not called.
bad. And anyway, they pick up the first downs. They move in Indian territory at the 49. That'll be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10
Boy,
Tigers.
wide open too. Quarterback had all day to throw. Good job by the offensive line. You had Rose that just came underneath the 2 guys streaking down the field. Nobody on him.
First down, 1st and 10 Tigers at the 49 of the Indians. Man in motion, goes to the right. Here's Saunders trying to get outside. He's got a blocker there, cuts up at the 45. He's at the 40, dives forward to about the 35-yard line. That'll be another Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers.
I didn't think he could make the move.
I don't know how he broke through the line of scrimmage.
I don't either. It was just basically
he jumped through.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a stretch play to go outside, and, I mean, he jumped, but I don't know how there wasn't enough room for him to go through. And, man, he planted that right foot and cut it upfield. He just got the stuff.
So they bring up first down, 1st and 10 at the Indians' 35. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. Cuts it back up the middle at the 30. He's at the 25, 20. Turns on the Jets at the 10, 5. Touchdown, Hardin County.
His vision is unreal.
I'm telling you, he's a Riddler. You can't catch him. I mean, patient, waiting for. I mean, the hole opened up on the backside, not even where it was supposed to go. He read it, saw it, slithered through it, and then that burst of speed that we talked about earlier, they just couldn't do anything. He split them in the secondary.
Now the Tigers are having to run somebody on late. They get them set up. Smith to hold, Foster to kick. Here's a snap, it's down. The kick is up. Spinning toward the uprights, and the kick is good. 9:28 to go. Tigers strike first as they take a 7-0 lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Hardin County football on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 5 plays, 64 yards, and Jacob Saunders takes it in from 35 yards out to give Hardin County an early 7-0 lead.
Well, the big play was on third down. Rhodes was wide open, got the first down, and then from that it was all Saunders.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, too. I mean, you take a team, and we don't know about Northside, but like the old Lexington running game team, they get put back 8 yards on third down. That's a tough situation. We're able to overcome that because we got a smooth throwing quarterback, guys that can catch it.
Back deep, it's Hudson for Northside. He stands at his 10-yard line. Foster will put it down right on in the middle of the field, kind of to the right on the right hash. Here's a squib kick on the ground, takes a high bounce, and then it'll be recovered at the 36-yard line where Northside will take over first down, 1st and 10. So Northside will bring their offense out. Quarterback is Carson Graves. And we'll try to get everybody lined up defensively here in just a few minutes. First down, 1st and 10. Power set right. Pistol formation. Here's a snap. They'll give it to their tailback. Has some running room. Gets close to the 40-yard line. Just a quick hitter on the right side. They really loaded that right side up at their offensive line. Ran right behind them.
Yeah, and they had 3 blocking Adam Harris.
So a pickup of about 4 on the carry. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 6 for the Indians.
Good run. Good push by their offensive line.
Shotgun formation. Graves brings them to the line. Now they'll go in motion right. Loaded up on the right side. Tailback right behind him. Man in motion. And now a whistle blows. I think they're going to have movement. They will. They had a lot of moving parts on that one play.
Well, it looked like it was going to be a pass play, and they had 2 guys, 2 receivers on the far side on the line of scrimmage. One of them would have had been ineligible if he'd have gone out for the pass.
So that'll move it back to the 35, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 11 for the Indians. So a positive play on 1st down and a penalty killed them there and puts them in 2nd and long. 8:40 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers on top, 7-0. Now they'll go 2 receivers right, 2 here to the near side. Here's a snap. There's another whistle. Same official over there, and it's against the Indians again as they went in motion again. So that'll back them up 5 more to the 30. Kirk, are they lining up wrong or just jumping?
That's a motion call that they're calling. I didn't see it. I don't know where it came from.
So it was a 2nd down and 6. Now it's 2nd down and 16. Graves brings them to the line. 2 receivers to the right. Now 3 to the right, 1 here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. He'll hand it off to his tailback, and he's going to be swallowed up by a whole host of Tigers. Adam Harris was the first one there. He dodged him, but he couldn't dodge the rest of them. And they lose it back to the 26-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down.
He's just a wrecking ball. I mean, he flies in there, gets penetration, it just blows everything up. And that gives the other guys a real good shot to make the finish, just like they did then.
3rd down, 3rd and 20. 2 receivers here to the near side, 2 to the far side. Tailback to the right of Graves. Straight drop, looking, under pressure, and he's going to have to take off. Has some running room at the 30, 35, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now here comes a flag from this sideline.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably a hold. I imagine we'll decline it. I think
so the flags are flying so far here in the first quarter. Now they're going to get us for face mask. How in the world did he see that from over here? It was on the other side of the field.
Well, it would have been somebody besides.
It's a 5-yard penalty. It still brings up 4th down, right?
Yeah.
So it's still 4th down, 4th and 3.
No, that's a live ball. Yeah, he got it.
Yeah. So 4th down, 4th and 3. Here's a snap. They'll give it to the tailback right up the middle. He's not going to get it, as Harris was right there. He blew him up, and he ran right over the top of Adam, tripped him up, and that'll bring up, that'll turn it over on downs. As everybody's kind of confused. That's not even close. There we go. First down, Tigers at the 44. So the Tigers defense holds after the penalty, the 5-yard penalty that made it 4th and short. And the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 inside Indian territory at their 44 with 7:11 to go here in the first quarter.
That call there will tell you a lot about their expectations in this game.
Now Saunders and Heyman will bracket Smith. We hadn't seen this formation, but here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders, looking for some running room, cuts it back, and then he'll be tripped up as he goes across. He'll pick up about a yard. And now here comes a flag in again from the back judge. This is going to be probably unsportsmanlike. And he's pointing toward Northside. 34 is holding his hands up like I didn't do anything, so that pretty much makes him
Guilty.
Yeah. He probably just should have just walked back. But anyway, I didn't see the call there, Kurt. Did you?
I hadn't seen that. They're a lot better than I am.
So it is against Northside. It's unsportsmanlike.
Did he ever give? I never saw him give a signal.
Well, they move it to the 29, so that'll be a first down, 1st and 10 on the penalty. Now they'll go 3 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. Saunders the tailback. Here's a snap. Quick throw out to Heyman. Makes a move to the inside, and he's going to be wrapped up there, and then a bunch of Indians come up and help their DB out over there. Good tackle by him. He just grabbed an ankle and held on, and the Tigers lose a couple of yards. Back to the 31.
Yeah, just well played out there. We didn't really get the block on the corner that we wanted.
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 12 for Hardin County. Heyman will stay in at tailback. They'll go 3 receivers left, 1 out here to the near side. That's Rose. Now man in motion to the near side. That's Blankenship. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires, and he's going to be hit as he released. And, man, he took a good shot right in his chest as the defensive end came free. He was in the pocket for a few minutes, and then they finally collapsed on him, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
He was in it a little bit too long.
That's a coverage sack.
Yeah, well, they had 3 verticals down the field. All of them were really pretty much covered. He was trying to find a secondary receiver and just didn't have time to get rid of it.
So 3rd down, 3rd and 12, the ball at the 31 of the Indians. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. And now here comes another flag. They're going to get a delay of game?
No, not delay.
Well, now a false start. So a false start on Hardin County, and that'll back them up. And we're getting close to double-digit flags, and we haven't even played half a quarter.
Yeah, most times there's been more flags than there have been runs in the game.
Here's a snap, straight drop, looking, fires, complete to Heyman, breaks a tackle at the 35, and then he'll be knocked down. He bobbled that one and then was hit and knocked out of bounds at the 31, so the Tigers will probably go for it here on 4th down. It'll be 4th and about 14. So 4th down, 4th and 14. Ball back at the 32. They took over on downs and had one play, big play, and then they've steadily gone backwards. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. They empty the backfield. 4-man front. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes some pressure, steps up, dumps it over the middle, in and out of the hands of Heyman, and the Tigers will turn it over on downs.
Little out of sync.
So the Indians will get the ball back, and they'll have it at their own 32-yard lines. First down, 1st and 10 from their own 32. Graves brings them to the line. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. He'll hand it to his tailback, trying to get outside. Has some blockers out there. Turns it back up at the 35. He's at the 40. Then he's going to be wrestled out of bounds. Be close to a first down. They got leverage on us out on the outside. And he picked up 10, they said. And that'll be enough for a Northside first down.
Safety's got to come up and be active in that play when he sees that stretch. He's got a better view of it. I mean, he's got to come hard on that. And
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right. Now they'll hand it off to the tailback right up the middle. And that time, Eliff comes up and makes a stop, but he picks up about 7 on the carry. Ran it to the right, saw a crease up the middle, planted his foot, and turned it upfield. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 3. From the 50-yard line, shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off to him again, right up the gut. This time he'll be hit, but they'll spin him forward, and that'll be enough for another first down as he gets to the Tigers' 46-yard line.
First 2 series were a little bit too easy on us. They're going to have to bow up now.
That's Pittman, the tailback, getting most of the carries. Now they'll go tight formation, receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. This time the quarterback Graves will keep it, trying to get outside. He's being chased, turns it up to the far side, and he'll be knocked out of bounds. Well, they say he stays in bounds as he goes across the 45 down to about the 44.
Had Tidwell out there that missed his angle on him, but he did make him. It pushed him back upfield so he couldn't turn upfield as quick, and then we had the pursuit get to him over there on the sideline, even though he didn't make the tackle.
2nd down, 2nd and 7. 3:42 to go here in the first quarter. Hardin County on top, 7-0. Northside comes to the line. They'll send a receiver here to the near side, 2 to the far side. Tailback Pittman in a pistol formation behind Graves. Now man comes in motion left. They'll pitch it to him. Tigers are being held all over the place, and he'll run out of bounds.
He got it. It's late, but he got it.
Yeah, they had Harris.
Well,
I mean, he couldn't even get off the line of scrimmage. They had him by the shoulder pads, and then the flag came in. So this is going to be a long night, looks like. Little flag happy out there.
Well, I mean, that
was pretty obvious.
You had to call that. I mean, he's about a 240-pounder, and he was being dragged down from behind to the ground.
So holding on the Indians, and that'll push the ball back inside their own territory to the 46-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 19 from the 46.
We had good reaction that last play.
They got 5 receivers over here and put a man in motion. They drop the football. We get on it as Carter Pigg picks it up. A flag comes in. Or was it a flag or just a beanbag?
It was a beanbag.
Okay. Well, they shoved him down after he got up, but the Tigers get a turnover, and they look real confused on that particular play. They tried to pitch it to the man in motion, and he dropped the football, so the Tigers get it back.
You know, when they've all moved at the same time and been in the correct formation, they've looked pretty good. It's just the only thing is they haven't done that but about twice.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers at the 42 of the Indians. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Quick throw out to Gray. He completes it there at the 40, spins there at the 35, still on his feet at the 30-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers pick up 11 on the passing catch.
good job by him. Got hit in the backfield. They had a hand on him, and he broke free and picked up another 9 yards. Those yak yards are important, and he's been pretty solid all year out there in that slot position.
Now they'll go 2 receivers here to the near side, one on the far side. Saunders, the tailback. And what do we got now? Got another whistle. Somebody came off the field.
Did he have to call timeout? Or?
I'm not sure.
Maybe he was thirsty.
So first down, 1st and 10 at the Indians' 30-yard line. Here's a snap. Saunders breaks outside at the 30, breaks a tackle there. He's at the 25. Here comes another flag. He's at the 20, 15, and down to about the 12, but this one's coming back, holding against the Tigers.
Great run. Fun to watch him work.
Yeah. Well, the officials, they've made their presence so far here in the game.
It's game of the week.
Yeah, 2:19 to go here in the first quarter. So that pushes the ball back to the 35, where it'll be first down, 1st and 15. 2:09 to go here in the first quarter. Hardin County on top, 7-0. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers left. 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Quick throw out to Whites. Makes the grab at the 35, at the 30. Here comes another flag.
Man, oh, man.
And they're pointing to us. And it looks like holding again.
I mean, that's a snap and throw. I don't even know you got time to hold.
You're just touching them.
Yeah.
Chop block.
Jeez.
Well, they've caught them all. They must have read up on the rule book. So that'll move it back to the 47-yard line. So it'll be first down and
first in Hardin County.
Almost to Saltillo.
Going to be an interesting sports talk in the morning.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I think somebody should call the officials and have them listen. Here's a snap. Quick handoff to Saunders, trying to find some running room. Pushes a pile to the 40-yard line, so a good pickup there on first down. And that'll bring up second down. Second
down and 20.
And a bunch.
Good run.
Yeah.
Second down and 20.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Clock at 1:07 in counting. Second down, 2nd and 25. We picked up 15. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. 3-man front now for Northside. Here's a snap. Looking, fires to Saunders. Makes a grab at the 40. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. Down the sideline at the 20. At the 15, 10. Lowers his head at the 5 and run out of bounds. He'll have enough for Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers. And when he broke that first tackle, got down the sidelines.
It was a blur.
And that's all she wrote.
How did he not step out of bounds down there around the 10? I mean, he got hit, and he was running
Tiptoeing
on the sideline. I don't know. Pretty good body control. Stay in bounds. He got hit and pushed toward the sideline, and he was on the sideline. He just found some way to keep his feet in bounds.
So it's Hardin County Bank 1st and goal from the 4. Receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. This time Smith will keep it, has a block out there, and dives into the end zone. Did he score? He scored. Touchdown, Carter Smith.
Oh, he killed one of our guys. He landed on
And
it.
he ran right over the top of somebody out there.
It was a good block.
I think that was Rose.
Landed right on top of London. He's still down on the ground.
I mean, he squished him.
And the Tigers score, and they push the lead to 13-0. And we have a timeout right now. Or is he off the field over there? Probably not the wind out of him.
All right.
He had somebody on him, a blocker, and then Carter just dove on top of the pile
He'll let him hear about it.
Yeah, I mean,
once he gets his breath.
that'll look good on film when you big giant jumped on top of me.
So
The lumbering giant.
he gets up, walks his way back. Here's the kick by Foster, and the kick is good. Our new score with 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Hardin County 14, Northside zip. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 6 plays, 42 yards, and Carter Smith takes it in from 4 yards out to extend Hardin County's lead to 14-0.
Pretty much just a typical kind of bootleg play. Just solid open out there and had a blocker. Rose did a good job. Stayed on his guy at the goal line, and then he got squished.
Yeah, I don't think he agrees with you right now.
Yeah, I'd like to hear the comment. You know, they played ball together since they were in Pee Wee.
Foster approaches the football. Here is another squib kick on the ground, rolling around, still on the ground at the 30, and then here comes an Indian up to scoop it up, and he'll stay on the ground. They'll have it. First down, 1st and 10.
That ball had some magic in it, didn't it? It went to the open area and then started rolling back towards us, so made it close.
Backspin.
Be first down, 1st and 10 at the 33. 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Northside's had some success, and then they've kind of killed drives.
They just hadn't been able to overcome the penalties like we did.
Here's a snap, handoff to Pittman. This time he's going to be hit as he just lowers his head at the 35. Pickup of a couple. As they'll spot it at the 36-yard line. 19 seconds to go. They got time to get one more play off if they hurry. Second down, 2nd and 7 for the Indians. 5 seconds to go as they break the huddle. 3 receivers out here to the near side. I don't know if they'll get this play off or not. They won't. As the clock strikes 0. That's the end of the first quarter after 1 quarter of play. Hardin County 14. Northside nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this timeout. I want to remind you your Sports Saturday starts right here on 93.5 FM with Coach to Coach in the morning at 8 a.m. Following them will be me, Kirk Kendall, and Coach Smith with Sports Talk, and then Tennessee football, Tennessee at Florida at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Here's a handoff going to the left side. He's going to be hit and knocked down there. Has a good play.
Sam Tanner.
By Parker Gerals and Sam Tanner, and that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and about 5. Pick up a couple on the play.
Was that Tanner who was holding the block up and kind of
They both kind of converged, looked like at the same time.
I'm looking through a screen. It's like watching a 1968 tube television on an antenna.
Third down, 3rd and 6. Now they send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. They're going from the north to the south. Here comes a man in motion. They're going to give it to their tailback. He's hitting the backfield a couple of times, and then he's going to be knocked down. Tibble in there, Tanner in there, and also Adam Harris. And that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and long, 4th and 6. And it looks like they may want to punt it. They will. They'll send their punter out.
This all started bad for them when they didn't punt on their first possession. They should have punted.
Back deep will be Jack Gray for the Tigers. Beautiful night for football over here at Northside. It's clear skies. Temperatures probably around 72. And a great atmosphere over here. Good crowd for Northside and for Hardin County as well. Gray back deep, stands at his own 30. Here's a snap, no rush. He'll get it away, an end-over-end kick. Jack will get away as well. It'll hit and be down right at the 35-yard line. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 35-yard line with 10:08 to go here in the first half. Hardin County on top, 14-0. A run by Jacob Saunders, and then Carter Smith went in just a few minutes ago on a 4-yard run. That's where we are. They'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side.
I see Rose is back out there, so that's a good sign.
Now Heyman in the game for the Tigers. Here's a snap. Carter in the pocket, looks, fires down the field. He's got Blankenship. He's being held all over the place. They're grabbing his
we're just begging for a flag.
Yeah, well, they
there.
were grabbing his collar and pulling him backwards. The official was right there on top of it, and no call. So,
good throw.
Yep. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10. He was about to break away from him, and he grabbed his shirt. And anyway, no harm, no foul.
No see, no foul.
Yep. They've seen everything else. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap, high snap. They'll give it to Heyman. Trying to bounce it outside, and he's going to be caught there. That thing was thrown off by the high snap. The whole timing of that play. And that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and about 11. 3rd down, 3rd and 11 for the Tigers. Ball back at the 34. So they'll send Blankenship and Gray out here to the near side. Weeks and Rose to the right. Heyman will move to the left of Smith in the shotgun formation. 3-man rush. Here's a snap. Clean pocket. Fires. Complete to Gray. He's at the 50-yard line. Going down the sideline at the 40. He's at the 30. And he'll be knocked out of bounds. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers. And he threw an absolute strike with a man on top of him.
Yeah, good on both sides. I mean, Jack Gray did a great job. He got to the 1st down yardage, so if he caught it, it was going to be a 1st down. But he was draped, and the ball was thrown on a bullet, hit him right in the stomach. He makes the catch, breaks free, and then picks up another, 25 yards after that.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 from the Indians' 27. They'll go 2 receivers right, 1 here to the near side. Heyman, the tailback, to the left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Heyman, trying the right side. And this time he'll get the corner at the 35, or excuse me, at the 25, down to the 20, and run out of bounds.
That was a great run.
And that'll be another Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers.
Just hitting that edge wide open. That's what he's got to do every single time.
Hard to stay on your blocks out there, too, when everybody's running parallel to the line of scrimmage. And it's harder on the lineman to keep maintaining that contact without holding.
Here's a snap. Heyman. Now he'll bounce it outside to the left, still on his feet at the 10 and close to the 5. I think they'll spot him a little bit short, maybe around the 7.
Another good run. That was a backside run. All the blocking went to the right side. Kind of planted his foot and saw an opening on the backside. Squirted right through it.
Second down, 2nd and 2. Second down, 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Heyman again, trying the left side. He's at the 5 this time. He gets his legs cut out from under him.
I think he got the first down, though, didn't he?
And I think he did. Yes, they say he does have the first down. It'll be Hardin County Bank 1st and goal. Well, they got first down. Is it first down? Is it third down?
It's 1st and goal.
All I know is we brought Adam Harris in, so.
I don't know what that guy's seeing. They got first down, so it's first down. 1st and goal. Here's a snap. Heyman again, right up the middle, just trying to wrestle his way to the goal line.
Boy,
Did he get it? Touchdown, Cam Heyman.
Great effort. I mean, Johnny Majors would love that. He'd say that body lane. He got low in the hole and got his shoulder pads down on his knees and just drove into the end zone.
So Heyman smelled the goal line. He just kept driving, and finally he got the signal for the score, and the Tigers build their lead to 20-0 with 7:21 to go. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Hardin County builds their lead on the ground. 21-0 the score here at Northside. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 7 plays, 65 yards, and Cameron Heyman takes it in from 6 yards out to extend Hardin County's lead to 21-0.
Coming up at halftime, it'll be the Central Bank halftime show. We'll get you caught up on all the action here in the first half, get you set for the second half. And also, Laura Ann Pilkington will be in with Tiger Radio, and she'll tell you about all the other action going on around Hardin County High School. Foster sets it down. And here's another low squib kick on the ground, takes a big bounce, and
He was down.
he was on his knee at the 25, and that's where they'll spot it. Good call, Kurt. We have seen that happen before. A knee go down, they take it to the house.
Yeah, Peyton Manning in Memphis.
Yeah, I was there.
Guy rolled over on both elbows and got up, and nobody said anything.
Oh, there were some things said going back to the car. One of our good friends, we won't mention any names. I thought she was going to get us all in a fight. First down, 1st and 10. The ball at the Indians' 25-yard line. They got 2 receivers out here to the near side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. Handoff. He's going to be swallowed up.
Golly.
As Big Johnson comes in there, and he just wraps him up. And now here comes a late flag in. From the back judge, and let's see what he called. They're talking. Personal foul against Northside. That's their second personal foul. I don't know what's going on down there. So that'll back them up. They got back to the line of scrimmage on the play, I think. And then let's see, that'll pin them back to the 11. So penalties eating them up right now here in the first half. There's been a bunch of them. First and
Not really
Or excuse
built.
me, second down, second and about 25.
They're really not built for long yardage situations either.
Two receivers right, one on the left. Here's a pass right down the middle of the field. It's going to be caught at the 30, at the 40, at the 50. It is when you do that.
Good little throw.
Yeah, mismatch.
Yeah, that linebacker lined up on a slot.
That's right.
He just used his speed and outran him. Quarterback did a good job laying it up, let him run to it.
So it was second and 25, first and 10 as they get inside Tiger territory at the 49. Well, that was a lazy pass, so it hung up in the air. And he made the grab behind the Tiger defenders.
Yeah, I just said they weren't made for those situations, and they go for 40.
So Graves will bring them to the line, shotgun formation, two receivers to the left, one here to the near side. Here comes a man in motion near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to their tailback. No, he'll hand it off to the slot guy going back the other way, and he's going to be popped back in the backfield.
Blankenship.
Yeah, that was Blankenship.
Yeah, he came up and showed why he's a starter. Put a helmet on him.
West, excuse me, West playing both ways, giving Cam a little bit of a breather over there, and he came up, made his presence known as he gets him back to the 46-yard line. 6:02 to go here in the first half. Hardin County on top, 21-0. Northside with the ball. Second down, second and about 15. Here's a snap. They'll hand it right up the middle. Oh, we heard that one up here, and he's going to be laid out by Harris. Who else came in there? That's Goheen that came in. My goodness, we heard that up here.
I can hear that up here.
Yeah, his run came to an abrupt halt.
So it'll be third down, third and 15 at the 46-yard line. Here's a snap. Rolling to his right. Still looking. Under pressure. Fires. And it's going to be behind the intended receiver. He was open.
Yeah,
just threw it behind him.
They just flooded the zone. They had a deep, middle, and underneath, and the middle was open. He just missed it.
So that'll bring up fourth down. Fourth and 15. They'll punt it away. Gray will come in. He'll stand at his own 25-yard line. 5:13 to go here in the first half. So the Tigers now lined up. Looks like they might want to come after it. Here's a snap. Here they come. He'll get it away, and it's a wobbly kick. And it's going to hit and take an Indian bounce at the 30, at the 25, at the 20, down to about the 17-yard line where the Tigers will have it first down, first and 10 from their own 17, leading 21-0. 5 minutes to work with here in the first half. Kendall's been all on the ground so far for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, our offensive line's doing a great job of opening up holes for us to hit them. And, of course, I think Carter just got to be patient in the passing game. But like I said, when you're running as efficient as we are, why stop?
Whites and Gray will go to the right. Carter will send Rose out of here to the near side. Saunders back in at tailback. Four-man front for the Indians. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Jacob, right side. Dislodges his head there. Now he's just powering his way across the 20 to about the 22. That's what you said, Kurt. He got to the line of scrimmage, found a little crease, got a little skinny, and then powered his way for about 6.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you can notice, too, about the way he plays is he's got that acceleration when he sees the hole, and everybody has to tackle him from behind. I mean, you don't usually see him get breasted up, in front. He's able to get through the line, and then after that, everybody's catching him.
Now they'll go two receivers left, one on the right. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Carter looking, fires down the sidelines, got a man open, and overshoots Rose right at the 45-yard line.
That's the one they wanted right there, and that was 6. Didn't put a lot of air under that throw. It got there in a hurry. Rose just didn't have a chance to catch up to it.
So that'll bring up third down, third and 4 from the 22-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap, straight drop, fires, complete to Weeks at the 25, and then he works his way out of bounds at the 27. That should be enough.
I don't think it is.
For a first down, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, they gave it to us.
Yeah.
Yes,
That will be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers as Weeks made the grab and kind of tippy-toed down the sideline here and took it out of bounds, stopped the clock with 4:08 to go here in the first half.
You know, when you turn and look back at the quarterback on that route, that little out route, you're defenseless if somebody gets there. You can't get your shoulders back upfield.
Now they'll go trips right. One receiver here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. Has a little bit of a opening, and then it closes up fast. Maybe a pickup of a yard. They'll give him the 33. It'll be a pickup of 1. Second down, 2nd and 9. Clock running, 3:46. Both teams with 3 timeouts left here in the half. Same formation, 3 receivers to the right. Rose, the long receiver here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north end zone. Here's a snap. Quick throw out to Gray. Makes the grab, and he's going to be hit right there. And he actually loses back a couple of yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 12.
There's just not enough guys out there. I mean, little bubble route, but he catches it, and there's 3 Northside players right out there with nobody blocking in front of him. I mean, it's not very efficient.
So 3rd down, 3rd and 11 for the Tigers. Under 3 to go here in the half. Carter will send 2 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. Saunders stands to his left. 3-man front for the Indians. Here's a snap, drop, looking, fires, complete at the 45, and he'll go to the ground there. That's Gray, and that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers. Just a quick hit to the slot receiver, picked up about 15 on the play.
It's just a real luxury to know that you're in a 3rd and long situation and you got the talent and the ability to overcome those 3rd and long situations.
So 1st down, 1st and 10, Hardin County Bank 1st down right at the 45, the Tigers 45. Here's Saunders, and this time he's not going to get the corner. They'll pick him up, and he'll lose about 2. Trying to get around that right side on the short side of the field, just no room. Simmons on the tackle for Northside. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
They do a good job. Their linebackers are active and getting out to the edge. And we hadn't had a whole lot of success when we're trying to go around the corners.
2nd down, 2nd 11. Now they'll go trips left. Here's a snap. Straight drop, looking, fires over the middle, complete to Rose right at the 40-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers as they move it into Indian territory. And Coach Smith will take a timeout with 1:32 to go here in the first half. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll tell you your score, Hardin County 21, Northside nothing. We'll be back right after this. Stay tuned at halftime for the Central Bank halftime show. We'll get you caught up on the first half scoring and tell you what's ahead for your second half, get you set for that. And also, Lauren Pilkington will be in, and she'll get you caught up on all the other action around Hardin County High School this week. Right now we got 1:32 to go here in the first half. Gray in motion. Here's a snap. Carter looking that way. Fires down the seam, and he's going to be incomplete. So he tried to get Rose through in double coverage.
Yeah, he had Weeks underneath. I thought Weeks might have had a shot. He had a linebacker kind of dropped in that coverage, but looked like he had a shot at him.
Well, we're running a post with a wheel route underneath it, and their DBs are giving us 15 yards of cushion. I just, there's not enough press coverage there to get a big break play with a wheel route.
Clock stops, 1:27 to go. Two receivers right and left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Now he'll tuck it and go at the 35, and he's spinning around at the 30-yard line to about the 29. That should be enough for another first down, I do believe.
Good call.
It will be. It'll be a Hardin County making 1st and 10. Tigers on the run by Smith.
What was it? Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling?
Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling, twisting, and turning. Here's a snap. Quick throw. Complete to Whites. Ducks his head, and he gets
about the
20-yard line, but he stays in bounds. And Coach Smith is sitting there waiting on him and has to call a timeout with 57 seconds to go. He won't make that mistake again, but he's a young player. So 57 seconds to go, 21-0 our score. Tigers trying to put one more on the board before we head in to halftime. Coming up in the morning, Sports Saturday starts with Coach to Coach with Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis. They'll get you going at 8 a.m. as they get you ready for SEC football, and they'll take a deep dive into Tennessee and Florida coming up right here on 93.5 FM at 6 p.m. And then me, Kirk, and Kendall will have Coach Smith in at 9, and we'll discuss tonight's game and get you ready for next week. It's homecoming at Hardin County High School as Pure Academy will be in town to take on the Tigers. So 4 games at home, 1 on the road. We'll be back home next week at Jim Carroll Stadium.
Man, it's flying by, isn't it?
Sure is. This game number, 5?
Yep.
Halfway through the season. So the Tigers now will go 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. Saunders a tailback. 4-man front for the Indians. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. Hitting the backfield. Breaks it. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. Spinning around.
He was down.
And they're going to say the ball was down. He's inside the 10, I do believe.
Spike it. Spike it. Spike it.
Clock running, 44 seconds to go. We got one more timeout left. Now they'll go trips right, one here to the near side.
Rose in the corner.
Here's a snap. Looking, still looking. Fires. Complete. Touchdown, Whites.
Man, how did he get that open?
Got to the back line and just cut it toward the middle, toward the goalpost, and Carter picked him up. He had it all day. And he gets a strike to Whites.
White looked good. I mean, he's got hands. He got speed. He's going to be a good one.
Foster in the kick. Smith will hold. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, spinning toward the uprights, and the kick is good. Our new score, 28 seconds to go here in the first half. 28-0. Tigers in charge. We'll be back right after this.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 13 plays, 83 yards, and Carter Smith connects with White from 8 yards out to put the Tigers up 28-0.
So 28 seconds to go here in the first half. Tigers this time did it by air as Smith hit Whites in the back of the end zone. Here's Foster's kick. Another squib kick, rolling around, fumbled around, and now he picks it up at the 30 and trying to find some running room and spinning around, gets in the spin cycle, and then knocked down at the 35. So to be first down, 1st and 10 Indians, trailing 28-0 with 21 seconds to go. Here in the first half. Graves will bring them to the line. He'll send the receiver right, receiver left. Pittman, the tailback, right behind him. He's been the workhorse so far for the Indians. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. Graves still has it under pressure, and then he's just going to release it out of bounds.
That's grounded in high school.
Yeah, there wasn't an Indian inside except over here on the sideline with their helmets off. But it'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 14 seconds to go.
Can't believe they didn't call it. Maybe that 28 nothing has something to do with it.
So 2nd down, 2nd and 10. The ball is at the 35 of the Indians. 14 seconds to go here in the first half. Now he'll send Graves, 2 receivers to his left. Tigers getting lined up. Here's a handoff. Hitting the backfield. He sees Harris, and he just hits the ground.
It's a business decision right there.
Yeah, it sure was. Also, Carter Durbin was in there. Let's live to see another play, Coach.
Yeah, there's only 10 seconds left. I'm not taking that.
Yeah, and the clock winds down, and we played one half here at Jackson Northside. Hardin County on top, 28-0. Stay tuned for the Central Bank halftime report and also our Tiger report with Laura M. Pilkington. That's coming your way right here on your Tiger football station, 93.5 FM. Back after this. We're at halftime here at Jackson Northside. Tigers on top, 28-0. The Pride is out on the field, fixing to perform for the home crowd here. And you're listening to the Central Bank halftime report. Let's go take a look at our scoring for the first half.
Hardin County wins the toss and elects to receive. They go 5 plays, 64 yards, and Jacob Saunders takes it in from 35 yards out to give Hardin County an early lead, 7-0. Northside quickly goes 4 plays before they turn it over on downs. Hardin County returns the favor on their second drive of the first quarter and turn it on downs as well. Northside goes 6 plays before their drive stalls. They fumble. Carter Pigg comes up with a big fumble recovery, And then Hardin County goes 6 plays, 42 yards, and Carter Smith takes it in from 4 yards out to extend the lead to 14-0. And then Northside's next drive is 4 plays, and then they punt it back to Hardin County. Hardin County goes 7 plays, 65 yards, and Cameron Heyman takes it in from 6 yards out to extend the lead to 21-0. And after another Northside punt, Hardin County goes 13 plays, 83 yards, an 8-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Lamarion White, and that's where we stand right now at halftime, 28-0 Hardin County.
Well, Kirk, it looked like to me a little bit of what South Gibson tried to do. They show one look, try to get the numbers in their favor. We go 4 wides or trips. They would show a 3-man front or a 5-man front, 4-man front, then back out of it. Just trying all different kind of things. And, they do that. We run the ball successful. And then what do you do at that point where you can't stop the run or the passing game?
Well, I mean, Northside's done a admirable job on the, first and second down. They've been able to kind of get us in some negative situations, and they just can't get off field on third down. We've overcome, I think, all but maybe one third and long situation. So, yeah, I mean, they put up a fight. It's just we got too many weapons and too many opportunities. Just well coached, good athletes, and Northside's just not there yet.
Yeah, Kendall, Northside had a couple of opportunities, like Kurt said, but just couldn't overcome the penalties. And then you saw toward the end of the first half, it got to be real physical. We heard a few licks up here, and it looked like, I don't know if I want to run the ball now or not.
Yeah, and I think it just boils down to our defensive line is kind of just dominating their offensive line. You've seen Adam Harris and Johnson in the backfield several times, almost taking the handoff from the quarterback running back exchange, and that makes a huge difference, going down the line in this game so far. Our third down efficiency has been really well, and then you look at Northside, and it's just really difficult for them not only to get a pass off, but, just having time in the pocket to look down the field and kind of find a target. So far, I think Hardin County's doing a really good job of dominating both sides of the football.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Pride is out on the field. We're at halftime. 28-0 is the score. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have your Tiger Report. Laura Ann Pilkington will join in, and she'll get you caught up on all the other action at Hardin County High School. Back with more Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Jackson Northside. It's where we're at. We haven't been on the road this year. I'm having to think where we are. Jackson Northside, we're at halftime. Hardin County on top, 28-0. The Pride is out on the field performing for the home crowd here, doing an outstanding job. And it's time now for the Tiger Report. Laura Ann Pilkington will step in and get you caught up on all the other sports action around Hardin County High School.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. Congratulations to senior golfer Molly Pierce. On Monday, she won the South Gibson High School Hornet Classic with a score of 76. The Lady Tigers soccer team got a huge win Tuesday against Jackson Southside, 6-5. Ella Hammond scored 4 goals for the Lady Tigers. Grace Budke and Taylor Stain scored 1 goal each. The Lady Tigers soccer team fell at Adamsville in a 2-0 match yesterday. Goalie Mary J. Genty had 13 stops. Next Tuesday, the Lady Tigers soccer team will host McNary Central at home at 5:30. The Lady Tiger volleyball team will go to Selmer to face off against McNary Central next Monday, with JV starting at 5 with varsity to follow after. Last Friday, the cross-country team ran at the UT Southern Firehawk Invitational. The ladies are led by Lauren Carpenter with a 4th-place finish in a time of 23 minutes and 10 seconds. The boys finished second as a team, led by Jacob Castile with a 1st-place finish in a time of 17 minutes and 9 seconds. The cross-country team traveled to Huntington Tuesday. Lauren Carpenter led the Lady Tigers with the 12th-place finish out of the 118 girls. The boys finished 3rd out of 13 schools. Jacob Castile led the team with a 4th-place finish out of 163 runners. The high school rock band Wired will be playing at the South Hillo River Day Festival. They will take the center stage at 11 a.m. Admission is free, food vendors will be available, and everyone is welcome to attend. Next week is homecoming at HCHS. This year's homecoming theme is in our homecoming era. Next week dress-up days are Monday, dress to impress or unimpress. Show up in your best dress clothes or your coziest loungewear. Tuesday is Barbie vs. Ken, dress in all pink or blue. Wednesday is dress like your hallway, seniors 70s, juniors 20s, sophomores 50s, and freshmen 2000s. Thursday is Era Confessions, dress for whatever era you want to. Friday is Big Maroon Day, and you know what to do. On Fridays, we wear maroon. There will be a pep rally Friday morning, followed by the homecoming parade at around 1:30. The Tigers will take on Pure Academy out of Memphis next Friday for homecoming. If you can't make it to the homecoming game, tune in right here on K93 and make sure you stick around for the halftime report with yours truly, Laura Ann Pilkington.
Great job, as always, getting better and better halfway through the season now. What do you think about that? This thing's moving fast.
Moving very fast.
You're a senior, right?
Yes,
Man, it goes quick, doesn't it?
it does.
And the Tigers are playing well over here. First away game, and next week, homecoming, a big week for seniors, a big week for Hardin County High School, your last homecoming, and I look forward to that. Is it pink out? Is that week too, or is that?
I think so.
Okay, and Pure Academy coming into town. Outstanding job as always.
Thank
Be
you.
careful going back.
I will.
You got your bodyguard out there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right, that's good. All right, we'll take a timeout. 28-0 our score. We're at halftime here at Jackson, Tennessee, Hardin County over Northside. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to Jackson Northside. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson, bringing you Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app, and streaming live on YouTube channel Slice 93, or you can go to our website, WKWXFM.com, and the link there on our home page. But we appreciate you tuning in tonight to Hardin County football, especially to all of our sponsors as well. That is a huge part of what we do and what we can provide for you each and every week. And Kendall, you go in 28-zip at halftime, got kind of things going your way. Northside kind of got on their heels late in the second quarter, and I know they're going to go in there and make some adjustments, but we still have some adjustments that we need to make as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things for us to still work on and clean up here in the second half. And so I think when you think about all things considered, it's going to just kind of come out and keep doing what we've been doing, which is be, very efficient for the most part. But like you said, there's plenty of things on the offensive and defensive side of the ball we've got to tune up. So.
Yeah, we've had a couple of series where, it kind of went backwards. Of course, we had some penalties, and been a lot of penalties in the first half. Really, in the second quarter, it kind of calmed down just a little bit. But we've looked very efficient on our ground game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a huge testament to our offensive line and what they've done. I think they're at the our offense has been on the field for quite a bit of time here in the entire first half, and so it kind of looked like our offensive line was getting just a bit winded there as we neared halftime, and then we strung together that really long drive to put points on the board. And so just get them in there and get their feet under them, and I think we're just going to come out and kind of pick up where we left off and hopefully kind of shut down the adjustments that they try to incorporate at halftime as well.
The one thing that I picked up on, here we are mid-season, game number 5, a big region game here, the game of the week at in Jackson and WBBJ and all whoever else deemed it game of the week. But is our defense. There was a lot of question marks defensively. We lost some key players from last year that were on defense. But I think, man, as this season has developed and, here we are week 5, it's become a really physical front 7.
Yeah, and I mean, I think when the one word that comes to mind when you do think about our defense is just complimentary. Adam Harris does a great job of, just like Kirk loves to say, being that wrecking ball in the middle, and when he does that, he pushes those running backs and quarterbacks to the outside, and our outside linebackers have stepped up here in the past couple games, and our defensive backs have played really well, and so we've got a good thing going on chemistry-wise and trust on the defensive side of the ball, and it's paying off as we enter this 5th game of the season.
Well, the Northside Indian High School Band, they just finished their performance and did an outstanding job as well. I want to remind you in the morning as our Sports Saturday begins at 8 a.m. with Coach Doug Matthews and Coach Dave McGinnis with Coach to Coach. They'll get you set for the SEC schedule and also go in depth of the Tennessee-Florida game coming up at 6 p.m. That's the kickoff time right here on 93.5 FM. Me and Kirk and Kendall will have Coach Smith in at 9 for Sports Talk, and we'll get his perspective on tonight's game and get you set for homecoming week next week as Pure Academy will come into the jungle at Jim Carroll Stadium. Let's take a timeout. We're just a few minutes away from the kickoff here in the second half. Hardin County 28, Northside zip. We'll be back with more Hardin County football right here on your voice of the Tigers, 93.5 FM. Welcome back to Jackson, Tennessee. Jackson Northside is where we are. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kendall Atkinson and Kurt Carroll bringing you the action tonight from Jackson, Tennessee. Both teams in region play tonight. Tigers trying to improve to 2-0 and Northside trying to improve to 2-0 as well. As the Tigers on top right now at halftime, 28-0. Just a couple of minutes away from the kickoff of the third quarter. Both teams out on the field going through some warm-ups as they get ready to start this third quarter. So Northside will get the ball. Kendall, if you're Northside, what do you do?
Well, I mean, I just think back to that second drive we had. We turned it over on downs. Northside gets the ball kind of right at midfield. They string together a few very positive running plays. And then, of course, you think about the long pass play that they had. I think in order to get back in this, you're not going to be able to run these little speed sweeps that they've been attempting to get outside of the tackle zone. So I think we're going to definitely see an adjustment from them offensively, and we just got to answer that from a defensive perspective.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we're just about 30 seconds away from the second half kick. Let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back with the second half kick after this. The Tigers will kick it off to Northside as we start the third quarter. Back deep is Pittman for the Indians. Nolan Foster will spot it down at the 40-yard line. Hardin County on top, 28-0 as we start here in the third. Tigers will be defending the south end zone. And they'll be kicking it from the south to the north end zone. So Foster awaits the whistle. He gets the okay. And here's a end-over-end kick. It's going to pop up. He'll get it at the 30-yard line, looking for some running room. He does have running room. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. He's at the 40-yard line. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. And they get a big run back here to start the third quarter. That one bounced around. We had people there, just didn't make a tackle.
Yeah, I thought it was a great kick. Kicked it where nobody was, and then he kind of stalls right there in the middle and then bounces it outside, and we miss a couple tackles, and here he goes taking off down the sideline.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Indians. This is the deepest penetration inside Tiger territory at the 27. Two receivers to the left. Graves, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. Pittman, the tailback. He'll stand right behind him, four-man front. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Pittman, trying the left side. Cuts it back to the middle of the field, breaks a tackle. He's at the 20, he's at the 10, he's at the 5, he's into the end zone. And just like that, they get a big run back, they get a score, and they're back in this game.
Well, we just talked about them stringing something together, but I didn't think it was going to be that quick.
Well, I mean, we look uninspired, just to be real honest about it, defensively coming out.
And now we get a flag thrown on us. And Heyman's got his hands up, so I'm assuming it's on him.
So Pittman takes it to the house. I don't even think we laid a hand on it. Not the start you wanted.
Absolutely not.
Now they're trying to get their tee and their kicker out there. And let's see what the penalty is. Unsportsmanlike. It's a dead ball, and it'll be assessed on the kickoff. So they get a good run back. And then on play number one, They take it to the house. Here's a snap. It's high. The kick is up, and the kick barely makes it over the crossbar. And our new score with 11:43 to go, 28-7 now. And, man, I tell you what, you didn't want to give them any momentum, and now they feel like they're back in the game. We just look really uninspired on that defensive series.
Well, one of the things, too, all year is it's just been easy. I mean, they've won easily pretty much most of the games they played, even against some of the, better teams. And they sure enough may have had a little letdown.
Well, they're not getting a letdown over there on the sideline watching our coaching staff. So the Tigers need to answer. Back deep, it's Saunders. So Northside gets on the scoreboard with 11:43 to go here in the third quarter. And now they're going to assess a penalty, the unsportsmanlike.
What was it?
I just saw the flag hit the ground. Yeah, it was after the.
I think it was more jawing.
Yeah.
It was after the play. So anyway.
Well, I stood in line down there for us to get a Coke, and it was still about 30 feet long, and I gave up.
So they'll kick it from our 45 now. Heyman and Saunders deep. Here's an end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by Heyman at the 10. Trying to get out to the outside. He does. He's at the 20, 25. Still rolling around over there, and then they'll knock him down over on the Tigers sideline at about the 26-yard line. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers at our own 26-yard line. So the Tigers have done a lot of damage on the ground. Got their passing game going in the second quarter, so we'll see what they do when they come out here to start here in the third. Blankenship and Wykes out here at receiver. Rose to the far side. Saunders, the tailback. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. He's going to be hit and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Pickup of about 1. Second down, 2nd and 9. They'll give him a yard.
They need to grind this out after that, kind of answer that score that maybe break some of their momentum.
So it'll be second down, 2nd and 9. 2 receivers right and left. 4-man front. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, fires over the middle of the field. Blankenship has it at the 45. He's going to be wrestled down close to the 50.
Great catch. And
it'll be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 on the catch by Blankenship. He comes up a little gimpy.
Well, that middle, that safety's playing so soft and deep. Everything in the middle of the field behind linebackers has been open. I don't know that they've incompleted a pass. Yeah, I think one pass between the hashes that they missed. But other than that, it's been open all night.
First down, 1st and 10. Hardin County Bank 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Hand off to Saunders, spinning around, and he's going to be driven back. And nothing there in the middle of the offensive line. They didn't get a push on that one or the other run just a few minutes ago. They lose about a yard. Second down. They'll say a loss of 2. Second down, 2nd and 12. Looks like more.
They start throwing on first down.
Second down and 11. Yeah, they're stacking it in there, loading it up.
Yeah, they're putting their bigs in there for the first down and then bringing in their speed guys after that.
Second down, 2nd and 11. Here's Smith looking, Rose to the right, stops, fires, got a man open. It's going to be complete at about the 38-yard line. It was a wobbly pass as Carter was hit right as he released it, and a good play.
Great play by
London Rose.
He was running a 9 route. I think he broke it off and came back to the ball. And good job by both the quarterback and receiver.
Now we've got something going on. My hat's off. Did he get run out or did he step out of bounds and come back and play? That's usually what that means.
Oh, Coach Smith.
And he
is hot.
hot, yeah.
Yep.
Or did he get pushed out of bounds? We're backing up. And so it's against the Tigers, illegal touching. That one, an illegal receiver downfield.
What sign did he give?
Well, the
He
hat
threw his
came
hat
off.
He said he ran out of bounds.
I mean, did he do this?
I didn't see it. They had that discussion, and he came out.
So that'll put it back. I've seen more second down and 20-plus by both teams in this game than I believe I've seen in a season.
See more unusual calls, too,
Yeah.
like the chop block and
So
then
he's
that.
Second down, second and about 21. Here's a snap. Straight drop, looking. Now he'll just tuck it and go. That's Big Smith. He's at the 45, spinning around, still on his feet, close to the 50-yard line. So he gets the original line of scrimmage and about a yard more, where it'll be third down, third, and a little bit more manageable, 3rd and 9. As they'll spot it at the 49, our own 49. 9:21 to go here in the third quarter. 28-7 our score.
I mean, if he can hold back there in the pocket and let that develop, it's there every time. It's just usually don't see him running that much.
So now he'll empty the backfield. He'll send 3 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. 3-man front for the Indians. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes some pressure, fires over the middle. It's going to be complete at the 32, and he'll be knocked down at the 30. That's Blankenship again. That'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10.
I mean,
Oh, boy.
was that sweet or what? I mean, that strawberry wine, that just unbelievable. I mean, he had to throw. He was fixing to get hammered and had to put a touch throw between the linebacker and the safety. It just.
Here's a snap, and they've got Indians running everywhere. Now they call a timeout. They were trying to get an extra player on the field. Wasn't going to get him out there. They call a timeout. They give them the timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 8:29 to go here in the third. 28-7 our score. Hardin County on top. We'll be back
Man, what a throw.
in 30 seconds. First down, 1st and 10. The Tigers move it into Northside territory at the 30. Here's a snap. Saunders has a crease right at the 30-yard line, falls forward close to the 25. They'll spot it at about the 26. A pickup of about 4 on the carry. Second down, 2nd and about 4, maybe 5. 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Here's a quick throw. Complete to Rose, and he just spins his way to the 20 and out of bounds. They say he stayed in bounds. Now they'll stop the clock. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. No, they're going to say 1st down. It'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers.
Yeah, he got to the 20. All they had to do was touch the line. Good job by Rose. Rose had to climb the ladder and make that catch. It was high, and it came down, and he's still able to wrestle out another yard or 2.
So 1st down, two receivers right, one here to the near side. Here's a snap. Saunders trying to get outside. He does. He's at the 15, breaks a tackle there, and he just dives forward close to the 10-yard line, close to another first down.
Boy, that safety came up with an angle on him, going to just – he just jetted right by him. He completely missed him.
They're going to say he's about a yard short of the first down, so they'll bring up second down. 2nd and 1 from the 11. Carter, he'll send two receivers to the left, one to the far side. Saunders, the tailback, to his left. Here's a snap. Saunders bounces it outside at the 10, and then he'll be run out of bounds, but that'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and goal. And let's see where they spot him at. It's hard to see on that end of the field. We're down here on the south end, and yard lines are not very clear. It looks like
About the 7.
that he's around the 7-yard line. Either way, it's 1st and goal from the 7. Shotgun formation. Receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. Saunders gets hit in the backfield as somebody shot a gap and got him as he was trying to get outside.
Man, that was a good play.
Second down.
That was a good play to get to him then.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
He had some green grass in front of him, too. He would have gained yardage. I don't know if he'd have scored, but.
Well, as one of the linebackers, looks like he just gassed right on the snap count, too, and just came through the gap and was able to knock Jacob down. Now they'll go tight formation.
Man.
2 to the right. Here's a snap. Rolling to the right, has a man open, and that's Weeks, and he just throws wide of Weeks, and it's incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Man, they got the middle of the field if they want it. With that defense, they've got everybody up. Man.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and goal. The ball is around the 10-yard line. 5:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hardin County on top, 28-7, trying to add to that score and get that touchdown back. This has been a long drive for the Tigers. Eat up a lot of clock. Now Saunders goes in motion right. Empties the backfield. Here's Smith looking, fires. It's complete to Weeks at about the 6-yard line. That won't be enough. We need to score. It's bring up 4th down, 4th and goal at about the 7.
They'd run those crossing routes that they ran against South Gibson. But I think they're going to try to kick field goal.
They will. They'll bring Nolan Foster out. And let's see where he'll set it down.
What about a fake?
He'll set it down at the 14. It'll be a 24-yard attempt by Foster. Smith will hold. Here's the hold. Here's the kick. And the kick is good. Just snuck in the right crossbar. Or the right upright. And the Tigers answer. And they go up 31-7 with 4:49 to go. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 14 plays, 74 yards, and Nolan Foster has a 24-yard field goal to extend the lead to 31-7.
Well, we got some of it back. 4:49 to go here in the third. Here's a squib kick on the ground. This time they'll scoop it up at the 40, trying to get outside, and then he'll be ridden out of bounds. And that was Saunders on the tackle, believe it or not. He's doing it all.
Ain't ideal. I mean, what if you kick it out of bounds, they get it at 35?
Well, he didn't kick it out of bounds.
Well, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure it wasn't.
Hey, we'd like to say hi to Danny Gordon. And listening in Pennsylvania tonight and watching. So I'd like to say hi to him. Here's an inside handoff, trying the right side, has a little bit of running room. Then he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Carruthers on the carry for Northside, a pickup of a couple. Appreciate everyone tuning in all across the United States. We've reached far and wide. A lot of Tiger fans all over the country, and we appreciate everyone tuning in to the broadcast or watching it live, either way. Second down, 2nd and 7, a pickup of 3. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. Quick throw. It's going to be dropped. He heard footsteps.
You were getting ready for the rest of that, but there wasn't any rest.
There wasn't any rest. Dace Cummins was coming up quick, and Carruthers just dropped it. So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Ball spotted at the 42 of the Indians.
Northside made some adjustments at halftime on their defense. Their alignments have all shifted and changed from the first half.
Now they'll go receiver right, receiver left. Graves in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking to his right. He fires, got a man wide open. He breaks the tackle at the 50, going down the sideline. He's going to be knocked down there, as that time Cummings came up. He was on coverage and didn't make the tackle. He was left wide open, and he got the first down.
He was looking at he was looking in at the quarterback, and when the receiver broke his route off there at 10 yards, he didn't break off with him because he was looking inside for the run. Just kind of.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 for the Indians. 4:22 to go here in the third. Here comes a man in motion. They'll give it to him to try to sweep it outside. He's going to be hit and drugged down. What a good play out there.
That's textbook.
Trying to see who that is. I think that's Tanner.
Yeah, it was Tanner.
It is Sam Tanner, and he knocked him back for a loss. Back to the 37-yard line. A big loss. Fought off the block and made the tackle.
That's what it's all about right there.
2nd down, 2nd and 17. 2 receivers, right and left. Shotgun formation. Pittman, the tailback, to the right. Straight drop, looking. He'll fire, and it's going to be picked off this time at the 30, at the 35, at the 40, and that's Dace Cummings. He set him up then, broke off in front of him, and got the pick.
Yeah. Fool me once.
Yeah.
Let's hear this again.
Don't fool me again.
So the Tigers get their 2nd turnover. First one was a fumble recovery. This one is a pick by Cummings. And they're in business with 3:39 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from our own 40-yard line.
It's pretty good atonement for giving up the first down a minute ago.
Blankenship and Gray to the right. Rose here to the near side. Heyman in at tailback. Here's a snap. Handoff Heyman. Hits it hard at the 45. Spins at the 50-yard line inside Indian territory to about the 48-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10.
Reckless abandon.
Everyone know kind of dancing around for that. He saw the opening over there and hit it with some authority and picked up 12 quick yards.
Yeah, turned north and south and went for it.
First down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Heyman again, right side. Has some more running room. Now he'll get it at the 45, at the 40, still on his feet. at the 35. He'll be run out of bounds. And I think he'll have enough. He will for another Hardin County Bank 1st and 10. They'll spot him at the 35-yard line.
Another good run.
They found something on that right side of our offensive line.
Yeah.
2 receivers here to the near side, one on the far side. Heyman stands to the right of Smith in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Heyman up the middle. This time he'll get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. They got that one plugged up pretty well.
Yeah, it's been a tough go on that right side between the tackle and center. There hasn't been much there. They're doing a good job with that.
No gain. 2nd down, 2nd and 10, 2:19 to go here in the quarter. Hardin County up 31-7.
It's hard to say how much they're playing the clock now versus a scoring theme.
Shotgun formation. Smith sends 2 receivers left, one here or one to the right. Now Heyman in motion back here to the near side. Straight drop, looking left, fires down the middle of the field. He's got a man open. Gray catches it at the 10-yard line. He's at the 5 and then spins down close to the goal line, but they're going to spot him about the 2, I do believe. That'll be another Hardin County Bank 1st down, and it'll be 1st and goal right around the 2-yard line.
Kendall, this is another one of those games that 2 throws that have not been catchable. Every other throw's been.
Yeah, I mean,
has been catchable.
pretty efficient.
Yeah, I'd say he's on. Been on all year.
So 1st and goal, they'll spot it at the 3. Here's a snap. Heyman, left side, runs into a defender and spins close to the goal line. They're going to say he went in. Touchdown, Cam Heyman.
We got a flag.
Got a flag on the field.
His back judge threw it. That's kind of weird.
Now they're going to say no flag. They wave it off, whatever it was. So Heyman goes in from 3 yards out, and the Tigers build their lead to 37-7 with 1:24 to go here in the 3rd. Foster in the kick. Smith to hold. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. We'll take a quick timeout. 38-7 our score. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 5 plays, 60 yards, and Cameron Heyman takes it in from 3 yards out to extend Hardin County's lead to 38-7.
So after the quick score by Northside to start the 3rd quarter, the Tigers have answered with 10. And they lead at 38-7 with 1:24 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So Foster will set it down at the 40. He'll squib it on the ground, takes a high bounce, and they'll pick it up at the 35, looking for some running room. And this time he has nowhere to go. He gets back close to the 40. Gabe Eliff on the tackle for the Tigers. Also Carter Pigg in there as well. So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 Northside, with an uphill climb to get back in this game. They cut it to a 3-score lead, and then it's been all Hardin County since then. 2 receivers, right and left, shotgun formation. Graves, the quarterback, 4-man front. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking to his right, fires it down the middle of the field. Nobody's there but Tigers, and throws it over the head of everyone. Eliff was right there. He was waiting for it to come down and sailed over his head.
I wouldn't have, I didn't play a lot of defense, but, I wish I could have been my one and only interception right
Clock
there.
still running now as we got a 30-point lead. And the clock will run as we're at 8 seconds. Now they'll go a diamond formation to the right. Here's a snap, quick throw out here, and it's going to be complete at the 40-yard line, and then he'll be knocked down.
Did that not hit the ground?
I thought it did. That's Dace Cummings on the tackle. And the clock strikes 0 here in the third quarter. So we'll take a timeout after 3 quarters of play. Hardin County 38, Northside 7. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on your Tiger Sports Station, 93.5 FM. We start the fourth quarter. The Indians have it. Third down. I'm looking at the clock. I think it'll be over here. Third down, third and about 7. Here's a snap, rolling to his left, and here comes flags everywhere and whistles blowing. And let's see what this one is.
It's false start.
We got a battle of the bands going on here. I didn't know you could play.
You're not supposed to. Or
Well,
at least you.
I thought it was always etiquette that if your offense is on the field, you don't play. But they're
Yeah, I mean, their band can play when their offense is on the field. That's just crazy. But the opposing side's not supposed to play while the other team's offense is on the field.
Well, they've quietened it down now.
That's-
It's quiet as a mouse. 11:15 to go here in the fourth. Third down, third and about 12. Straight drop, Graves looking, under pressure. Now he'll take off, and Adam Harris gets him by a shoestring.
He likes that too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he come up clapping his hands. He got just enough of him.
When a big guy gets to make a play on somebody as speedy as that quarterback, that's fun.
That was second down, excuse me. I don't know what down it is. They just run the numbers over there. You'll look up. It'll be first down, then it'll be third, now it's fourth. And the scoreboard doesn't match either. It's been hard on me, Kurt. Fourth down, 4th and 6. They'll go for it. Trailing 38-7. 4-man front for the Tigers. Tight formation left. Here's a snap. Here comes some pressure. They'll get the pass complete. Has some running room. The ball is on the ground. He'll pick it up as Cummings knocked it loose. And then Eliff and Franks there almost on the recovery for the Tigers. But it'll be enough for a first down for the Indians. Under 10 to go here in the game. 38-7 our score. I want to remind you in the morning, Sports Saturday starts at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach. Sports Talk with me, Kurt Kendall, and Coach Smith at 9, and then Tennessee football at 6 p.m. as it'll be the Vols and the Gators tomorrow evening. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. Here's a quick throw, complete, and then he'll be quickly knocked down, but he'll pick up about 5, and that's Franks on the tackle again for the Tigers. Second down, 2nd and 5. Graves brings them to the line. Hudson now in at tailback for the Indians. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the far side. Here's a snap, handoff to Hudson, trying to get outside. He's going to be met there, knocked down. Big Harris got out there along with Parker Gerald and Carter Durbin They'll lose yardage back to the 42, so that'll bring up a third down, third and about 5.
We're good with this kind of play for the rest of the quarter.
So they'll go diamond formation to the right, one receiver here to the near side. Here's a snap, looking to throw is Graves. Under pressure, and he's going to be sacked from behind.
Good.
Carter Durbin gets him from behind and knocks him back into Indian territory at the 48-yard line, where that'll bring up a fourth down, fourth and about 14.
He showed some good speed running that quarterback down. That was a big play, too.
8 minutes to go here in the game. We've had a running clock since midway through the third quarter. 38-7 our score. Tigers on top. I think it's safe to say that they're going to go to 5-0 and 2-0 in region play, and the big number there is 2-0 in region play. Heading back home for homecoming next week, as Pure Academy will be in town. 2 receivers to the right. Now he'll move one to the left side and put him back in motion behind him. Here's a snap. They'll pitch it to him. And still looking for some running room. Under pressure now, and he's just going to be spun around and hit like a pinball and knocked down finally at the 48-yard line, and they'll have to turn it over on downs. So we probably saw the last of Smith, I'm pretty sure, and most of the starters. And as Brody Ivy will come out now for the Tigers. And also Taylor Grissom will take over at tailback for Hardin County. White's out here along with Maddox Ruddle to the right side. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off to Grissom. Has some running room at the 45, and he's going to be tripped up as he gets close to the 42. Good pickup there on first down. It'll be second down, 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. Under 6.5 now to go in the game. So Ivy will bring them out. 2 receivers to the left. Eliff here at receiver to the near side. Grissom at tailback. Here's a snap. They'll hand it to him. Cuts it right back up the middle of the field at the 40-yard line down to the 35. And that'll be enough for Hardin County make 1st and 10 on the run by Grissom.
Yeah, the 2s are in now and playing well.
Ellis Smith in the game now for the Tigers at wideout, along with Ruddle and Wykes as they look over to the sideline. 5:26 to go here in the game. Ivy brings them out. 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. 4-man front for the Indians. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Grissom, and just taking his time and finally picks a hole and gets close to the 32. Pickup of about 4 on the carry. A lot of young guys getting a lot of good work here so far through these first 5 games. They've been in about every game. Yeah.
There hadn't been a game that they hadn't been able to get some experience.
So Coach Smith over there working the clock. Ivy looks over, finally gets the play. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left. 1 here to the near side. Grissom the tailback to the right. 4-man front for the Indians. Here's a snap. Grissom again finds a hole. He's at the 30-yard line, and then he's pushed backwards. But they should give him about the 29, a pickup of about 3. So that'll bring up 3rd down. I also think if you're going to have them out there, run your offense and let them throw. Brody'd like to hum it.
I'm sure he would. I know I would.
Yep.
Well, we might do it right here.
You think Spurrier would not throw right now?
But you gotta figure too.
Or Heupel.
You gotta figure right here. We hadn't run the ball without gaining any yardage. It's 3rd down. It's going to be 4 down. So they got 2 more downs to get 4 yards. I don't know that they need to throw it.
So the Tigers taking their time. 3:48 to go here in the game. Two receivers to the right, one to the far side. Here's a snap. Gets over Ivy's hands, and it's on the ground, still rolling around, and he'll cover it up at the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. High snap got away from him, and Brody had to just chase it down. Finally got on top of it, and I think they'll punt it away as they'll send Jacob Saunders out to punt. Stay with us at the end of the game. We'll have the Central Bank post-game show. It'll be a quick one as we need to head back south and get ready for Sports Talk in the morning at 9 a.m. And Tigers trying to get people on the field. Coach Smith still unhappy because he can't get everybody out on the field. We haven't punted all night. And, hey, he's coaching them up 38-7. He wants things to go right.
Yeah, you don't ever quit coaching. I've always coached Stowe there at Lexington, and we were refereeing a game, and he had a third teamer in there that got beat, and he pulled him out. It was his last year. It was his last game, and he's over there getting in a stance showing that boy how to play defensive end. I was always impressed that here it was his last game, third teamer getting beat, and he's over there coaching with about 3 minutes to go in the game.
Well, Matthews over there coaching. He's not happy with anybody. The coaching staff is even staying away from him right now. Had to take a timeout, an unnecessary timeout. Saunders in the putt. Here's a snap, and here is a spiraling kick. It's going to turn over. It hits at the 10, the 5, takes a right, and they'll get it right there.
He pooched it
at
quite
the
well.
5-yard line where they'll take over first down, 1st and 10.
There's nothing the Riddler can't do.
He's been pretty good back there punting this year.
You can watch him in warm-ups, and he'll throw several of those big 40-yarders in the air. 40-yard punt, 50 yards in length.
Hunter Adams in the game now for the Tigers. Also, Ben Benson out there. We'll try to get you these numbers as much as possible. Riley Head out there for the Tigers. Gavin Oliver out there for Hardin County as well. 1:47 to go. Here's a snap. Hit in the backfield, breaks the tackle there, and then Roto will knock him down at the 15-yard line. So it'll be enough for a first down as they get it out to the 15. They're in no hurry. Nobody else is in a hurry either. As Hardin County was really taking the time and eating up clock on that last drive. 1:23 to go here in the game.
Have we had a game without a running clock?
Yeah, Giles County. Approaching 1 minute to go. Here's a snap as Graves will keep it, and he'll be swallowed up at about the 16-yard line as the Tigers getting a lot of kids in and out now in this final minute of the game. Riley McCain in the game for Hardin County. Also Landon Murphy in the game for Hardin County. And Baylor Razback in the game for the Tigers as they try to get set up. 25 seconds to go. Here's a snap. Hand off to the tailback. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. And then he'll be knocked down. And now here comes a late flag as we had some pushing and shoving going on out there between Hardin County and Northside. The clock will stop on that. That's going to be.
Can't believe that they didn't let that go.
Yeah.
They hadn't let anything go.
Yeah.
10 seconds left in the game. That's going to be a big deal.
And they'll get Baylor out of the game right now. Coach Smith talks to him in just a second. It's going to be a personal foul on the Tigers. As Baylor and one of the Northside players were out here chopping it up. And as we're talking about it, the clock starts, winds down. And that's the end of the game as the Tigers improve to 5-0, 2-0 in region play as they defeat Northside 38-7. Stay tuned for the Central Bank post-game show. That's coming your way next right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Jackson Northside as the Tigers get a big win over the Indians 38-7 and improve to 2-0 in region play and 5-0 overall. Let's take a look at your scoring plays for this game as Kendall has been doing an excellent job keeping up with that on the night.
Well, Hardin County received they won the toss and received the ball. They go 5 yards, 64 or 5 plays, 64 yards. Jacob Saunders takes it in from 35 yards out to put Hardin County up 7-0. Northside turns it over on downs, and Hardin County returns the favor. And then Northside goes 6 plays before their drive stalls. They fumble. Carter Pigg comes up with a big fumble recovery, gives the ball back to Hardin County, where we go 6 plays, 42 yards, and Carter Smith runs it in from 4 yards out. That puts Hardin County up 14-0. Northside punts the ball back to Hardin County after 4 plays, and then the Tigers go 7 plays, 65 yards, and Cameron Heyman takes it in from 6 yards out to extend the Hardin County lead to 21-0. And after 5 plays, Northside once again punts the ball back to Hardin County, where we go 13 plays, 83 yards, and Carter Smith finds Lamarion White from 8 yards out to put the Tigers up at halftime 28-0. And then Northside receives the kickoff at halftime. They go 1 play, 27 yards, and get a quick score to cut the Hardin County lead to 28-7. Hardin County then goes 14 plays, 74 yards, and Nolan Foster from 24 yards out makes the field goal to extend Hardin County's lead to 31-7. And then Dace Cummings on the next Northside drive after 5 plays comes up with a big interception, giving the ball back to Hardin County. And then after 5 plays, Cameron Heyman goes in from 3 yards out. And that is where we stand right now with Hardin County getting another win over Northside, 38-7.
So a big night for the tailbacks, and then Carter got the passing game going starting in the second quarter. So, you know, the first half had a couple of series there where we struggled a little bit, but they got it back together and then really took control of this game in the second quarter.
Well, I mean, Northside could play. They played in spurts. You know, they would have a good play or two, and then they would either shoot themselves in the foot or we would just overpower the play and stop their drives. But just another good outing by Hardin County. I mean, the quarterback play is outstanding. The receivers made contested catches tonight, and running backs were superb. I mean, defense as usual. I mean, it's just it's a good football team. They're fun to watch,
Yeah.
and they just kind of they've taken care of business every week, and nobody's really pushed them towards the end of the game yet. So they keep this up, we're going to have a really good year.
Kendall, halfway through the season.
Yeah, I just can't believe it's gone by this quick. It's a fun group to watch so far in regards to just resiliency and effort. And so I'm just excited for it's just a week-to-week mentality. I know these guys, they, day in and day out, they devote themselves to this season, and it's paid dividends so far. And, like I said, it's a fun group to watch, especially when they're clicking on all cylinders like they have been.
Next week, homecoming, a lot of activities during the week. Pure Academy coming in. We'll go out of region, and really don't know a lot about them. We do know last year we didn't get to play them, but they had a really good team. They play a really hefty schedule, too. They go all over the place. So another exciting contest and, another opportunity to work your way toward your goal, and that's winning your region and getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, the only really thing I know about Pure so far is that they played Haywood pretty good early in the game. I think late in the third to fourth quarter, Haywood kind of stretched things out and ended up beating them by a couple touchdowns. But, I expect, kind of what Memphis East brought, NBA brought. They're going to have some athletes out there that we're going to have to prepare for to contain. But, like I said, just same mentality every week. It's paying off so far. So,
Who's going to be the best team left on schedule?
I would say Haywood maybe.
Haywood or, Lexington with their little wing tee thing, offense that they've kind of brought back. Maybe test us just a little bit, but.
And going on the road to Chester County, too.
Yeah, that may be a test as well. So just put your head down and keep grinding.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that'll do it for us here at Jackson, in Jackson, Tennessee, at Northside High School. Tigers win it 38-7. Remember, in the morning, Sports Saturday starts at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach, and then me and Kirk and Kendall will not be with us, but me and Kirk will have Coach Smith in. We'll talk about tonight's game, get you ready for homecoming week. Next week is Pure Academy is in. And then coming up at 6 p.m. tomorrow night, the kickoff between Tennessee and Florida. That's your Sports Saturday lineup in the morning. Tigers get a big win here in Jackson, Tennessee, as they move to 5-0 on the season and 2-0 in region play, a 38-7 win here at Northside. So for Clark at the station, to all of our listeners, thank you. All of our sponsors, thank you. For Kirk and Kendall, I'm Steve Cornell saying so long, Tiger fans. We'll see you in the morning for Sports Talk at 9 a.m.